Hello everyone, this is Ashley Tucker. Thank you for joining me today. I have a really quick card to share with you today using the Snowflakes Stencil from Simon Says Stamp's brand new release. I started with a piece of Neenah Classic Crest Solar White cardstock, and I taped the stencil on top of that, and I'm going to be doing some blending over that with my Simon Says Stamp Fog ink. I decided that I wanted to use a couple of really light inks on this background because I wanted it to be kind of subtle. I'm going to be turning this into a Christmas card, and I really wanted to use a non-traditional color palette that I wouldn't normally think of when I think of Christmas. So the next color that I threw into the mix is Gina K Design's Barely There ink, which is a really light peach color. And all I did here was I turned the stencil so that those snowflakes are in different spots, and then I went over it again using the Gina K Design's Barely There ink. I really like the way that this stencil looks when you layer it. When I did that first layer of the gray snowflakes, it kind of looked like it was missing something. There was a little bit too much negative space. But when you add this second layer, I think that it looks so much better. It gives it so much more depth and interest. I'm going to be using this stencil one last time, but this time I'm only going to be using it for one of the snowflakes. So you'll see that I took some Post-it tape and I masked off that one snowflake that I want to add. And I used a pencil to just mark a dot where I want the center of that snowflake to be. I then used a palette knife to grab some Nuvo Black Diamond Glimmer paste, and I very carefully went over that snowflake. Now, I didn't actually tape down that stencil, so I had to make sure that I held it really well with my hand, and I also had to make sure to go really slow and be very careful as I added the paste. Once I had that paste evenly spread, I very carefully lifted the stencil, and then I made sure to clean it right away. I let the paste completely dry, and then I picked out a sentiment from the Tiny Words Christmas stamp set from Simon Says Stamp, and I stamped that sentiment using Versafine Onyx Black ink. I trimmed this panel down to be 5 by 3 3/4, and then I added foam tape and popped it up onto an A2 size card panel made out of Neenah Classic Crest Solar White cardstock. I took out the joyful die from CZ Design, and I cut the word out of some Bazzill Licorice Twist cardstock and the outline for the word from Neenah white cardstock, and then I glued them together with some Gina K Designs Connect glue, and then I added some foam tape to the back and popped it up onto my card. I love how elegant this card ends up looking in the end, and I really love that black, white, gray, and peach color palette. That's really not a color palette that I would typically choose, but I'm really glad that I decided to give it a shot. So for the finishing touches on this card, I decided to add some Moonshine sequins from Simon Says Stamp, and I just added a couple of clusters of 3 sequins. I always like to do my clusters in 3 if possible, or in odd numbers. And then the last thing that I did is I took my Wink of Stella glitter brush and I went over those black letters on the word joyful. After that, this card is all done, and here's a closer look, and you can see the sparkle on that snowflake and on the letters. Thank you for watching today. I hope you really enjoyed seeing this card come together. If you're interested in any of the supplies that I used, I do have a list in the description down below with links. And remember that anytime you click on one of my links, you're helping to support this channel at no extra cost to you. If you did enjoy watching today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I do new videos all the time, and I'm going to be back with another one really soon. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.